Going to be hunting for some fishing lures today. See if we can find some. The water's down, the snags are exposed now, and we're going to see if we can collect some lures and tackle and get some trash out of the water. Y'all come on along. So I figure that more than likely, since I said I was coming down here to hunt fishing lures, that I probably won't find any. But right off the bat, right here at the ramp, this snag has fishing line hanging all over it. So let's work some of that off. And see what we can find with it. It's got a lure on it, but it's not going to be a serviceable one. But we are going to get a bunch of line out of the water with this one. So it was a little spinner bait with a split tail grub. The spinner blade is gone and the hook is rusted off of it, but lure number one. And like I said, it's got a bunch of fishing line with it. We'll get that out of here too. Some more fishing line. Look, lure number three. Y'all, I'm not 10 feet from where I launched yet. The state, everybody else has run out of money for fertilizer and the kind of maintenance that they would normally do, so a lot of what would normally be really great fishing water is just totally choked up with weeds. And this stuff, the water here is at least 3 feet deep. Let's see. Yeah, it's about 4 feet deep. And the weeds come up to within just a few inches of the surface here. And it's just solid below that. It looks like the bottom, it looks like the water is a foot deep. Average depth in this lake is 7 feet. Look at that eagle. That's a bald eagle. Oh my goodness. He's coming back down. Oh, there's some little ducks right there. He was taking one of those ducks, I think. And I bet you that that camera I got on the front is such a wide-angle camera, he was probably too far away from it to be able to see very well. It looks like a minnow trap. It is a minnow trap. And it's got something in it. A snake? Yep, a snake in it. Cottonmouth, as a matter of fact. this snake has bitten some kind of hook, and he's hooked on it. I can't tell if that's cottonmouth or not. No, he's not a cottonmouth. He's just some kind of water snake. Let's see if we can figure out a way to get him freed up. He's just a little non-venomous water snake, but handling him is not on my agenda today. So let's see, can we get him off of here? Okay, we've got him off the hook. Set him right there for a minute because I'd really rather he didn't come up in here with me. Gonna let him sit there and gather himself for a minute, and then I'll dump him out, and we'll remove this minnow trap. It's been here for a pretty good while, it looks like. He was just up on the land. So. I know he's glad to be off of that hook. Don't know if he's going to make it or not. He looks to have been on there for a pretty good while. But we'll see. Here you go, fella. He wants to stay in the trap. There you go. My good deed for the day. Yeah, he's trying to get his mouth back in the shade. Now, he might make it. He doesn't look to be in as bad a shape as I thought he would be. He is not happy about having to spend that time with that hook in his mouth, though. He's not even shying away when I touch him with the paddling on. Maybe he'll live. He didn't have long to go in that minnow trap, though. I can tell you that. There's a bobber and some more line. That's got a fish on it, or it's got a something on it. Let's see. No fish. I guess I just ran over it. A bobber and a swivel and a hook. And a bunch of line. That was the end of it. That's not. When that one broke somebody off, it broke them all the way off. Sure what that is. A piece of cordage. And a brick. Somebody had a trot line or something out here. Pretty sure it specifically says on their website that that's against the law. I'm never going to get that up through all that moss and junk. Brick. So here it is, y'all. This is the result of a couple of hours just paddling around and retrieving fishing line and tackle and whatnot. I got all these lures, weights, hooks. Not many of them are serviceable. I think the little swim bait there, if I wanted to use it, still good, and the little crankbait, I'll put some new hooks on it. Most everything else is pretty much a total. All these bobbers. Now the lures that are not in any good a shape, I have two big jars at home. One of them has old derelict bobbers and floats that I find in it, and one of them has derelict lures that I find in it. And so even the stuff that's not viable for use, it won't go to waste. It'll go into that jug and just become part of a display collection. I found 3 worms like this on Hurricane yesterday, and a big fluke about the same size. But all that stuff, then I got about 200 feet of monofilament and braid. Got all that out of the water. A brick for somebody's trot line. The rest of the trot line was hung up so bad I'd have never pulled it up, so I reached down as far as I could and cut it. And then the minnow trap that had the snake in it. And I've got use for it, so it's going to live with me from now on. Like I said, that's just a couple hours of tooling around and picking stuff up every time I saw fishing line or color on a lure. And got to meet a couple of great people, real nice people. One camping on this side, I think, and one camping over on the other side that came out and talked to me as I passed them up. I knew as soon as I got here this morning that if I fished, I wasn't going to catch any fish. The water's just too low and too clear, and fish can see you a long time before you can see them. And so there was just no sense in that. I had already paid my day pass, and I wanted to explore the lake a little bit. And so doing what I did, picking up all this trash, I was able to get it out of the lake and pretty much explored the entire thing all at the same time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.